Question: what am I doing in the Harper Centre at 6 o'clock at night when all the shops are totally shut and there is no, well, apart from the security guards, there is nobody here? Why am I here? Well, this colour is a little bit of a clue. So the Harper Centre very kindly let us light the inside and also, more excitedly, the outside, which I'll show you later, pink. And the reason that they've allowed us in here to light the centre pink is because we've chosen them to be one of 7 iconic buildings around Bedford that we've lit pink on World Mental Health Day. So today is World Mental Health Day. And Bedford Giving, we've been doing research and supporting mental health in children and young people for the last 3 years. We did some research about a year ago, where 60% of young people that we spoke to said that mental health was a major concern from theirs. If you put that against the fact that the government statistics from 2019 onwards say that suicide rate in Bedford is above national average, really then mental health and the mental health of our children and young people is something as adults in the community we should be really concerned about. And at Bedford Giving we are. So we've ploughed over £100,000 into various organisations who are doing work to support mental health, whether that's Fun for Young People and their REACH programme, where they are helping young people who feel stressed and anxious before it grows into a full mental health issue, or whether it's boxing clubs that are using boxing and sport as an avenue to start talking about well-being and mental health. We're also started our own 2 programs, but the one I really want to talk about today is this one. Follow the Pink Link, or the Pink Link as it's called. The Pink Link is our web page that we created because parents of teenagers in Bedford Borough said they wanted better signposting to know where to go for help. Where could they find information that would help them start conversations with their teenagers who were struggling? So we created the Pink.Link, a web page that has over 100 agencies, links to 100 resources that you can look at under 17 specific subsections. So things like general counselling support, support for OCD, support for eating disorders, support for bereavement, support for those who have special advice they require, like maybe those from the queer community or those with ADHD or autism. There are, as I say, 100 links to 100 agencies, both nationally and locally, that as a parent you can click on and get direct access to. But we've also supported the site by creating a library of articles. We've currently got 3 articles on there, and one of them is 5 top tips of ways that you can start a conversation with your teenager if you're worried. How do you start a conversation with a teen about something as challenging or as difficult or as personal about their mental health? Well, one of the tips on there is put them in a car and go for a drive. And so how could you do that? Well, if they need to buy new trainers or if there's something that they need, instead of just going to the nearest shop, take them to somewhere a bit further away, maybe half an hour away, and use that time in the car to broach the tough questions and talk about some of the things that you're really concerned about as their parent and you really want to get under the skin of. There's also articles about 5 things to look out for. How can you tell if your teenager's just going through the normal teenage mood or if there's something more sinister that you should be concerned about as a parent? So do check it out. It's thepink.link. Free advice, free signposting, all in one place, a one-stop shop, brought to you by Bedford Giving. Okay, and as I say, World Mental Health Day. Let's really consider the mental health of our young people and our teenagers.